you enjoyed our Cuba travel diary. I wanted to sit down at the end of this video and kind of break down the video for you, just to kind of share some tips, tricks, advice, everything that we did for Cuba in case you guys are interested in going there, which I really think you should. So I have everything written on my phone so I don't forget anything, but it's going to be quick because we were only there for 3 days. So we really only stayed in Old Habana, so the stuff that I'm going to mention is just there. There's so many other things to do though, so really look into that for the length of your stay. So starting off, prep before you go to Cuba. Get cash. You need cash when you're there. You have to take out as much cash as you need for the length of your stay because they do not accept credit cards. That is huge. And then as far as the certification and the visa goes, you don't have to order those ahead of time unless you want to save a bit of money. Otherwise, you can get those the day of your flight at the airport, which is what we did. The next thing, which is the most important, is to download this app. And no, I'm not sponsored by this app, but this app was a lifesaver. I'll have the link to the app below. I'm pretty sure it's just called Cuba, and it's an offline app. So once you're there, you do not have internet, you do not have service, you do not have anything like that, so making sure you can figure out where to go. You could totally print out a map if you want to, but what's super easy just to have it on your phone. It has kind of a live feed of where you are also, which is super awesome. You can star all the restaurants, star all the monuments, star everything, and it kind of saves it all in there for you. It also has keywords and phrases to kind of translate into Spanish for you if that's not your thing, which we needed. And for where we stayed. Now we were thinking about going the usual route and just booking a hotel, but we decided that we wanted to go people to people as far as our certification and stay in a very local apartment. So we went with an Airbnb. They also have rooms for rent in Cuba that you can just rent out rooms as you go. It wasn't anything crazy fancy. It was still very nice, but it was in a very rundown building like Cuba is. It's a very fascinating city. I absolutely loved it, and I love that we chose the apartment over a hotel because the hotels are lovely and amazing, and we went to a lot of them for drinks, but as far as staying and really like experiencing the Cuban culture, it was nice to be in an apartment setting where there were other local people around. Now as far as what to see and what to do, like I said, we only stayed in Old Habana for the most part, so we kind of just walked around the area. That was like our favorite thing to do, is we kind of just roamed and just like observed and kind of like, I don't know, just walked around, which was amazing. But we did go to a lot of places that were very picturesque and very touristy. So I'll have all of those linked below. Everything that you saw in this video where we filmed, everything will all be listed. It's all very easy and very easy to find. They're popular tourist spots. As far as bars and places to get drinks and stuff like that, there are so many. We kind of found ourselves just walking into different places and popping in, popping out, having a drink. There's so many different cafes and bars and restaurants all over the place. Plaza Vieja has a bunch of restaurants just kind of circling it, but there are some in specific that Hemingway frequented and are very, very popular, very touristy, and a little overpriced, but nothing crazy. We definitely went to those, a lot of what you saw in the video. As far as cafes go, for places to get coffee or lunch or just like a small bite, something like that, but I had 2 really awesome spots that you saw both in this video. My favorite drink to order was the Cafe Bonbon, and it's the best coffee drink. I don't even know what's in it, but it's amazing, and I got that at every cafe and it was so good. For dinner, like I said, there are so many places to just pop in. There's cafes everywhere and restaurants that you can just kind of mosey in. A lot of the times, work staff there is out handing you menus and letting you look and kind of see like what the menu has to offer. However, we did manage to find a really good restaurant that we went out of our way for, and I will have that in the description box below. It had an amazing rooftop bar because we didn't make reservations, so we couldn't get into the actual restaurant. But if you go up onto the rooftop, there's a bar and like a small menu that we got food off of, and it was by far our favorite meal. It was delicious. As far as the cars go that you saw pretty much in the entire video, a lot of the times those are taxis, which is awesome, which means you can ride in them, as you saw. They are more expensive than the regular taxis, so beware about that. We only took it probably twice because we had to budget our money, and yeah, we didn't want to spend too much on taxis, but they are so fun to ride in. The classic cars are amazing, but for the most part, everything is walkable. Where our apartment was in Habana Vieja, and then which is a part of Old Habana, if I'm not mistaken, you can kind of just like walk weave go all over the place, and it's super easy, super walkable. We didn't have to walk treacherous miles or anything. It was very easy, and plus that's the best part about it, is just kind of walking and being in it. And of course, the people, the locals, they are incredibly nice. We have nothing but good things to say about them. We even came home with a few email contacts of locals that we met and were so awesome and wanted to keep in touch. They were so generous and so nice, and they were really helpful, especially for our lack of Spanish knowledge. As far as speaking the language, they were so accommodating. So overall, we had an amazing time. I hope those little tidbits were helpful. Like I said, I'm gonna list most of this in the description box below. Yeah, I really hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments below where we should go next. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!